of the world. And welcome to the darkness once again, folks. Don't you like listening to me all the time? I know you do. In fact, I know you quite enjoy it. I do. Constantly. You know, my message to you ignorant people out there simply is this. You think you're safe out there. You think you're, what do you call, you think you're safe as in like in a fish tank. You know, you have somebody on the top, sprinkling food and you rushing over to get it, mouth agape, and then you settle back down. And then next day, same thing, time and time again. And then, of course, when, the water gets a little cloudy or dirty, somebody comes along and changes it. Well, what would happen if that little itty bitty goldfish bowl that you're in, what if all of a sudden the glass breaks? What if all of a sudden it falls off the shelf and smashes into a million pieces? What are you going to do then? What are you going to do when your total sense of security and, tranquility is suddenly ripped from your existence? When you're all of a sudden thrown out of the water like a fish gasping for air. And then what do you do? Then what do you do? Think about it for a minute. What would happen to you when you're... See, a lot of you have this false sense of comfort, have this false sense of security. Hello, fellow miscreants and ne'er-do-wells. Welcome to the darkness. I don't really care what you say because I'm not even watching the chat anyway. It doesn't really matter. So, hello, everyone. But anyway, back to what I was saying, because I know what you guys are doing in here. I know your little game. I know your little forte. You're trying to throw me off my game. You're trying to throw me off the subject and getting into something totally different. Well, you know what? I like that. Because you are the very psychotic people and very scummy people that I like to be around. I like that. I like that very much. I appreciate it. I actually crave it. But that's good. That's good. Because you people are a prime example of the goldfish in the barrel. You see, right now, you're in your little goldfish bowl, swimming about, hiding beneath the weeds, hiding in the little things that they drop in there, waiting for the little pellets to drop up so that you could scoop them up quickly before someone else does. Right? Right? That's what it all is about, right? That's what it's all about. And I understand that. It's okay. Because here's what happens, my little goldfish. Imagine when your little bubble or when your little bowl, imagine if it breaks and you're sitting there on the floor gasping for air. Then what do you do? What do you do then when you're gasping for that last breath? That last bit of life? Then what do you do? Do you sit there gasping? Or do you decide, look, I'm no longer a fish out of water. In fact, I'm growing my legs and walking across the land. That means I've adapted, I've conquered, and guess what? I've formed into something entirely different. Something that you never even expected. Think about that for a minute. That is the key. You see, we all come across every situation. We all come across very difficult times. Fishers swim. Either learn how to swim in the river, or it takes you and drowns you, doesn't it? But what do you do when you're at the bottom of the barrel? What do you do when you're that fish gasping for air? Then what do you do, What do you do then? What do you do when you're at the brink of your life? What will you do if you are at the total lowest that your life can be? Do you pick yourself up and you bring yourself to the full potential? Or do you just sit there and just lay there doing nothing, being nothing, not advancing in your life, being the coward that you are? Or are you going to rise up and fight and say, look, I'm not going to go down like this. I'm not going to be deprived of air like this. I'm not going to be crushed by life itself like this. I'm going to grow. I'm going to be somebody that is unstoppable, a monster, something that the world would never expect. And then guess what? You start to accomplish great things, don't you? You start to see it all fit together, don't you? You all see it. You see it every day. It's called improvement. It's called realizing your full potential and pushing it to the max. Imagine a great, oh, all right. I'm going to put a scenario by you. Imagine a weightlifter. He lifts very heavily, every day in that gym. He busts his ass every day in that gym, right? He works hard. He pushes himself until his muscles are screaming. And then he pushes himself just that little bit more. And guess what? He achieves staggering results. Think about it. The only way that you can accomplish anything in this lifetime is to push yourself to the limit. And then when you feel like you've had enough, when your muscles and your mind is screaming at you to quit, then you just push yourself a little further, and then you achieve the impossible. You become stronger. You become faster. And you become more intelligent than anyone in this world. That's the best part. That is the most satisfying part. When you pushed yourself and pushed yourself and pushed yourself to the limit, and you push yourself just a little bit further, and then the miracle of life happens. Kind of like, and this is kind of a weird scenario. Have you ever heard of the miracle of childbirth? How the woman pushes and pushes and pushes and pushes. Her body is screaming. Her sides are screaming. Everything is hurting for her to stop. But she keeps going. And then, boom, out pops the miracle of bringing another life into this world. Another vessel, another person to teach the ways of the world so that they do not get crushed, so that they become even stronger, more smarter, and better than the parents ever was. Think about it. Think about it for a moment. Just think about it. Now, I'm going to go now because I've got other obligations to handle. So, you guys think about all that I've talked to you about today, and just remember, you have endless hidden potential. And no matter what people say to you, no matter what people tell you, because the worst critic and the worst person in this whole world is the one you stare at in the mirror all the time. The biggest critic you ever have to face is the one that stares at you in the mirror every single day. That's the one you have to face. That is the one you have to deal with. That is the one you have to conquer. And once you conquer that one, you will be able to accomplish anything in this world. And I promise you, you can do anything that your mind allows you to do. All you have to do is apply. All you have to do is put in the work, which is blood, sweat, and tears. Only then can you be a success. Anyway, my fellow miscreants, I want you guys to learn something today. I hope you did. And don't forget to share the stream out. Share it with your family. Share it with your friends. Share it with your relatives. Share it with everybody. Let them know that they could become strong. They can be anything they want to be if you're willing to put in the effort. So, in saying that, I bid you farewell, and I will see you soon, my miscreants. Take care, and don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon for great, amazing content such as this and a hell of a lot more. You guys take care. And don't forget, I'll be watching.